I'll just give a couple of minutes for people to file in, see if anyone's going to watch this. I am at the airport. In fact, if I switch the camera around here, you can see the planes. There you go. Definitely at the airport. Before we get onto the news, I'll just talk about this morning, getting up dead early, leaving Durham, getting the train down to Manchester. The train was late getting into Manchester, and I had to announcements. Hey Liam, how you doing, mate? First chat of the morning, and Russell's there as well. Hello. This is where clicking the bell notification comes in handy. Alex, I'm going to the Toronto International Film Festival. Sorry, we've got German now. Das ist gut, ja. Guten Morgen. Oh, Patrick, I'm missing you too, mate. Hiya, Graham, says SG. Hello. Hello, Amy. Hello. So yeah, getting to Manchester, Victoria, late, like 15 minutes late. And I was like, oh no, I'm going to have time to run to, well, I'm not going to have time to walk to Piccadilly. So I legged it with my backpack. You know, I mean, I've got like a little travel case thing. Look at this. Isn't it lovely? I don't normally take a little travel case with me, but I'm going to be going to some movie premieres, so I've got to take a shirt and a spare pair of trousers. Oh no, actually I don't have a spare pair. Anyway, so I ran across Manchester City this morning like a lunatic, like a man possessed, leg it all the way from Victoria to Piccadilly, and then I get to Piccadilly and the train to the airport's late. Cool. But it's okay, you know, it's not my first rodeo. I've given myself loads of time. Then I get into security, put my backpack in one, my little backpack in one tray and the case in the other, and my coat and everything, wallet, keys, teeth, fake leg, all that kind of stuff. Put all that in the tray. 2 trays, both of them get pulled aside for further inspection. I got pulled aside for further inspection as well. Must look like a wrong good. But there you go. So what the problem was in my bag was my tripod. They were like, yeah, they thought this might be a weapon or something. I'm like, it's a tripod. Like, seriously, how long has that person been working on the X-Ray? Anyway, let's see what people are saying in the chat. 3 cheers to Jamie Raskin. Oh God, mate, it was beautiful. This is what I was going to talk about this morning. You've only got me. This is a quick brew. You've only got me for about 20 minutes, and then I'm going to have to go. But because it took so long getting through security, I was hoping to start this show at 10 o'clock and finish it at 11. But as things turned out, started at 10:40 and we're going to finish at 11. So 20-minute show. I apologise profusely for that, but I'm doing what I can. Anyway, so yesterday, Nigel Farage, the embezzler in chief of British politics, the grifter that is Nigel Farage, decided it would be a good idea to go to Congress and like sit there like a lemon while people in Congress told him he was to see you next Tuesday. It was amazing. And our very good friend Femi got a mention. He didn't get name dropped, but the point was made that journalists were turned away from Farage's refuck conference that he had last year. My phone's gone weird. Sorry about that. My phone just had a little bit of a moment. Anyway, so it was pointed out that journalists were turned, and by journalists they mean Femi. Like, this is about Femi. Femi's been up all night making videos about this. I don't think he's slept yet. But if you haven't seen Femi's video about this, you need to watch it. It is phenomenal. So they had to go at him about that. They had to go at him about being Putin's busy mate. There was another guy who just went off on one about the fact they wouldn't release the Epstein files. It had nothing to do with Nigel Farage. Except that he did mention at some point that he thought that the files should be released. So they were like, so what do you reckon they should be? It was just an excuse to berate the presidency. But yeah, pointing out that Farage wants to take us out of the European Convention on Human Rights, except he wants to get rid of the Human Rights Act from 1998. That he wants to replace that with his own Rights Act, that he's just got his own Bill of Rights that he's going to make up, and that Bill of Rights could it being Farage would probably be you're not allowed to be foreign unless you're Farage's wife or his children. And the other rule that they'll have is that second rule, you can have a gun. Everyone should have guns. Everyone should take guns into school every day. This is the future that the refuckers want. All the reform voters, this is the future they want. They just want, anarchy. Rich people to run everything, monopolies, no health and safety, because why do you want to stop a disaster from happening? And loads of money for the oil companies, the dirty foreign slime cartels of Saudi Arabia and Qatar and Russia, Angola, Libya. I don't know why we have to give these countries so much of our money, but we do. We give them subsidies for some reason for their toxic slime. Can we please have some toxic slime, please? Do you really need this? Can't you make your own energy from, I don't know, all the massive amount of wind you got around your island? I mean, it's 40% of all the wind power available in the whole continent of Europe. No, we can't possibly get the power from there or from solar panels. No, we've got to get it from your toxic slime, please. I'll tell you what. Why didn't you, as a foreign company, come over here and drill in our waters, right, for the foreign slime, suck it out from below the water, and then sell it back to us at a premium, at market rates? What? Yeah, that's what we should do. MH Carver says, "What a billick!" Rio K was a bit worried at 9:20. I was in a queue. I was waiting at 9:20 to get through bloody security. Oh no, I was on the train. I was in Manchester. I was walking across Manchester. I suppose I could have done a show of me walking across Manchester and going on about the Ulster Accord that got made so that trains can come out of. Because for years, trains could only come out of Victoria, going towards Liverpool, and they could only turn right. Like Zoolander, right? But they put this cord in so they could turn left, right? But here's how the Tories mess up your life, right? In order to accommodate the extra trains that would be coming from the northeast, from not just from the northeast, from Scotland as well, so from Edinburgh, Newcastle, Durham, Darlington, York, Leeds, Huddersfield, wherever, all those trains coming down would be stopping at platforms 15 and 16. They're going to make 2 new platforms for the station, and the Tories scaled that back. So instead of me being able to take the train along the new cord that they put in, the new track they've put in, I had to get off the train, check out the station, and then walk all the way across Manchester. Very fast, ran I did, in order to get to the side. And I was cursing the Tories every step of the way. But you think that's bad? Just wait till refuck get in. They're going to make things even worse. Because don't forget, these refuck fuckers don't take public transport. Public transport is for plebs like ourselves. It's for the little people, and they're more interested in dropping the extra tax on private jets. Hashtag priorities, and also a big refuck policy is posh bank accounts for posh people. So if you're very rich, if you've got at least £3 million in your bank account, you're allowed to start up a Coots bank account. Very important that Farage gets that across. But the main thing is, and just before I come to the super chats, I'll just mention this. Farage went over to America to implore the American government to put tariffs on our country, to put trade restrictions, to put sanctions on our country. Not Farage's country. He's half German or French or something. I don't care. He's not from here. It doesn't look like he's from here. Anyway, he looks like he's emerged from some bog somewhere in the Middle Ages. Middle Earth, Middle Ages. Here he comes. It's the Urukai. It's the Uruk Farage. Anyway, he went over there to tell them to put sanctions on us. To put sanctions on my country, your country. What a twat. What an irredeemable gobshite. Anyway, thank you very much to Sarah for the £2 super chat. Yay! Hi Graham, safe travels. Hi Sarah, how you doing? Have a good flight, Graham. Thank you. Safe journey. Another £2 super chat. Thank you for Francis. Safe journey, Mara. Thank you very much. Sarah says Graham Linehan is in court today. I hope he gets sent down. So do I. He was arrested yesterday in Heathrow. Was it the day before now? For inciting violence against a minority group, something that's been illegal since the 1980s. Under Thatcher, that law was brought in. Oh, hang on. Final call. Final call for Canada.
83639 to Athens. Final call.
Athens. Anyone going to Athens?
Immediate boarding at gate A3.
Don't worry, Graham. All Scousers move fastest in Manchester. I can't. I went to uni here. I hate it. This is one city I do not gel with. Manchester, I'm sorry, I just don't. Manchester, Birmingham, do not gel. Newcastle's alright. Leeds is okay, I guess, if I squint. But compare with Edinburgh. It's my second favourite British city after Liverpool, of course. Compare with Liverpool, Edinburgh's shit. I reckon Farage was the first customer of Trump's golden visa, says Liam. Yeah, Farage got his arse handed to him by Jamie Raskin. I know, it was amazing. It was amazing. If you haven't seen it, please, after we finish doing this, please go and have a look. Listen, can you do me a favour? Because I don't have the clock up on my phone. Oh, actually, no, I can get it up. Yeah. Okay, I've got 9 minutes left. Don't let me babble on past... Babble on? Don't let me babble on past 11 o'clock. Because otherwise I'm going to miss my flight. Farage hated it when he got debanked to a standard NatWest account, parents of Coots. Yeah, hated it. It was front page news. Do you remember it was on the front pages of the newspapers? Unbelievable. One good news story today is about Martha's Law. And we've spoken about this before, but there's a little girl called Martha Mills, and she fell off a bike. She fell off her bike and she was in hospital. There's a huge story about it, which is a long read, which is well worth reading. And her mother, Meripy, was really concerned about the treatment she was getting. But there was no one to talk to. There was no one to get a second opinion. Hospitals are quite an intimidating place at the best of times. And you want to do the best for your kids, obviously, but there was just no one to go to. And unfortunately, Martha developed sepsis, and had she been taken to the intensive care unit and treated straight away, there's a very good chance she would have lived, but she wasn't, and she didn't survive. And this is a little girl who literally fell off a bike. This is not like she was in a major car accident or something awful or a disease or whatever. This is simply for falling off, something as simple as falling off a bike. So what Meripy, her mum, and her dad did was they got the government, which was the Tories at the time, to put in a new system into the NHS just as a trial run at about 170 hospitals, I think. The Hay Hospital in Liverpool was one of them, in which it's called Martha's Rule, and if you're unsure about your treatment or the treatment of a loved one, you can get a second opinion. You have to be asked every day if you're happy with what's happening. You can flag up things, and just from this trial period alone, they reckon they've saved over 270 lives. 270 lives. And it's not even at every hospital yet. It will be eventually. They're rolling out to another 200 hospitals, but eventually, hopefully, it will be at all medical practices across the country. Wales has got a similar scheme, it's a different name, but it shows that even in moments of absolute tragedy, something good can come of it. So yeah, there's a lot of people who are alive today who might not be had it not been for the persistence of Martha's mum, and a good news story for a change. I suppose it's a bad story that turned into something good came of it in the end, but it was quite affirming to see that so many people had been helped by this simple rule change. be able to get a second opinion. Really important. Back to the chat. Guards, he's escaping again. Thanks very much, Duke Vengeance. Farage says should be behind bars. Absolutely. Calling Farage a frog is an insult to frogs. Yeah, I agree, Paula. You mentioned Farage because no other mainstream media seem to mention it. Asking was not the only one. Actually, Umbrella, I've seen quite a lot of it on social media, not on the traditional media. I don't know if it was covered in the newspapers today. I haven't been able to check the newspapers. Farage doesn't know the luxury he has in criticism of government. I'm Irish, and there was a time when the suspicion of criticism would have you gone. A Scouser hates Manchester. In other news, water is wet. I tried. I lived here for 4 years. Like, I tried. What was he thinking? America's sanctioning us because we are too woke. Vote for me, I'll fix it. Yeah. After he, asked them literally to do that. Who called him? There were loads who pointed out he was a hypocrite. Absolutely. Hi everyone. Hey Graham, when are you going? Hi David. I'm leaving in about an hour's time. I think is actual. Well, I'm going to be boarding in. Time is it now? I'm going to be boarding in 14 minutes. So yeah, I'm probably going to sit on the plane for a little while. But it's one of them where you've got to sort your passport out on the way to the plane, so don't be mucking around too much. But yeah, I'm going to Canada, so I'll be in Canada for the next week and a half, and then the weekend after next, I'm flying over to Panama. Well, I'm flying to Costa Rica and then getting the bus to Panama. So that should be fun. I'll take you with us. I'll take you with me, I should say. I'll be doing impromptu live things like I do when I'm at a music festival or traveling and stuff. So please, if you're not already subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon because I can't really give a solid schedule for the next few weeks. Andrew, thank you very much. Happy trails and get your free pint in flight. Oh, I intend to, my friend. I absolutely intend to. And watch all the movies that I've been wanting to watch over the last 6 months, but I couldn't find a screening that had bloody subtitles. Canada, woo! David Davis stood up in Parliament to defend Nigel Farage. Coote's bank account made an even bigger tit of himself. Not Slick Tony. Is it Slick Tony? What's his name? Swiss Tony. But opening a Coote's bank account is a lot like making love to a beautiful woman. Don't like it when you withdraw. Elbows up, says Kirsty. Yeah, absolutely. So, safe journey, Graham. Thank you. Stay safe and have a lovely journey, brother. Thank you very much, Liam. It's very kind of you. And the chip says safe travel. Got another couple of minutes. So, yeah, I just wanted to say amazing scenes in Congress yesterday. These people actually standing up against Nigel Farage, something that we never see in this country. We never see journalists, we never see politicians. They're all so bloody meek and mealy-mouthed, and they're like, hey, Mr. Farage, would you have anything to say on this matter? And they never take him to task over the horrible things that he's done. People don't mention that pilot who's not with us anymore. No one ever mentions that. Stan says, Graham, go. It's okay, I've got a couple of minutes yet. I'll be all right. But yeah, really refreshing, and I hope that at least some journos and some politicians have taken on board how you deal with this guy, because he's getting a bit big for his boots, isn't he? You know? And coupled with Labour's absolute bloody crapitude at the moment, which is just, I mean, it's terrifying how bad they are. Like I thought they'd be quite competent, but actually, Jesus. But this is the thing with British politics, there's nothing slick about it. You get involved and you realise it's all like jumble sales and garden fetes and stuff. It's all like people dressing up and doing bloody, I don't know, Morris dancing and putting everyone in a wicker man and hoping that the rains will come. I mean, honestly, it is so rickety and old-fashioned in just so many ways. And there's no update, there's no like thing in their head going, oh, we need to update for the modern era. But by Graham, try not to. I'm not going to say that word out loud in an airport. Thank you. Thank you, Akro. Graham, I need to pay a tariff to China. Is that a fixed tariff or variable? I need my glasses. Okay, mate. Kirsty, tipple contribution. Thank you very much to Kirsty. I've got £8 and 1 pence now. Fantastic. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that wisely, my friends, to get a beer here. It's probably gonna be £8 for a beer, isn't it? quickly before I get on my plane. Anyway, it's 11 o'clock now, so I'm going to head off. Thank you for joining me for this very quick brew. Wish it had been longer. Wish it had been longer to talk to you. But yeah, we got through the main story, which I wanted to talk about. But please, after this, type in Femi Olawale, go and look him up, watch the video he has made about him being maybe not name dropped, but definitely referred to in Congress while Farage was getting absolutely grilled. It is a thing of rare and exquisite beauty. It really is. And if you watch that particular clip, I don't think you see Farage. I think you just see Jamie Baskin. So, bonus. Anyway, so thanks very much for watching, and I'm going to head off now, and I will see you on the other side. I'll see you in Canada. I'll let you know when I get there. Okay, so until then, say hello, good evening, welcome, and goodbye. Bye.